the middle of big team fights and just feel invincible.
I wonder if so there's a lot of people playing the same heroes. Well, Fly wasn't actually playing.
As now, big fight, the double stun, able to connect onto Fighter as well as Gear X. A little bit early damage, but those shards, that's going to cause more problems. It's 5JuNGz, they walk closer, they isolate NoTail now inside the cogs. The shards started it up, they need more damage while Fighter dying in the back lines. First blood, who's going to spill it? It's actually the Tusker. They kill off the Storm Spirit to start with, and now MC's on the run. The fissure block from Crit, going to hold the Tusker in position as Monkey's trying to chase in a little bit further. He's the man with the shards and might need to use them to help protect Kuro. As they do, oh yep, they block in Crit. Light Strike Array off target again from Kuro. You have this problem at the start of the last game. Must need to warm himself up. But it goes 1-1.
He's got two different types of spell damage to help him farm. So maybe not the best matchup for Razor actually after all.
Looks like MC's dead. Wyvern's gonna drop. He was trying to juke it. Like, he was trying to move back and forth.
Could he get, well, there's a Tusk actually going to roll into the mid lane.
Yeah, he needs the shards up, pushes the Storm Spirit back down again, and Fighter's stolen so much damage. He's going to find the pickup. So you can see the Storm Spirit. Like, he's starting it now, and then Fighter makes the move. And this is what I was waiting for. One Plasma Field should take out half of this. And also damage into the Storm Spirit. Wyvern's going to try and contest him, and the movement's coming over from Jirak. So he needs to kind of snowball and save Fighter, but he can't do it. And this now does not make the trade worth it. And maybe, well, maybe you can if they can kill off Crit. Kuro's going to come in. The Light Strike Array's not in range, but his attack will do the job. They turn on the ultimate of Fighter, and the rest of Monkey just wants to disengage back towards the tower. He only saw 28 points of damage, but that still gives him an extra 50%. And they're coming up. They're coming up for the stack.
I mean, this kind of thing can be game winning. If you do steal all the stacks and get away with it, sure. But I'm not so sure that they can actually be that confident to force this.
It's bringing a lot of tension here, though. Like, there's 4 heroes, so if anyone tries to stop this, like, MC does this, like, that's just perfect. You'll still have your little bit of a rollout, but the battery assault's making it impossible for Fly to escape. So, you're taking out the stack, you get yourself a kill, yeah, you're giving space to the Anti-Mage, but PL's also farming up a lot in the bottom lane. And the Spirit Breaker bounced out there. So NoTail, all he can do is try and leech the experience. Oh no, he's gonna go in. Actually ends up taking up with the Troll as well as the Wild Wing. Those cogs way too far out. And Jirak just makes a... He runs in. He's going to get fished up. He's got Snowball in 1 second time. Can he actually Snowball over? The Skeletons are going to keep chasing, and that's exactly what he went over to. As NoTail will barely survive. One charge as well, and sure he does. Kuro is definitely looking for someone, just one person to come up and try to defend this. They jump in on the clockwork. He's out of mana and he's out of life. He gets the cogs which will lock him in. In fact, the shard's pushing Miracle out, so they just focus on the Spirit Breaker. He's got no charge available. And in fact,
not too bad at all, I would say, for Monkey business, and Tusk is running into danger.
Yeah, I don't think he was looking. Because he didn't turn around the second he saw him. Like, I know it's nighttime and the vision's pretty restricted. Now he's going to try and snowball. Goes with the shards, and the snowball comes out over to Crit. Laguna Blade's up, so Crit will die here, and Fly will join him in just a moment. He's locked inside of his own cold embrace, but Light Strike Array will ensure the stun, so he can't just fly himself away. He'll end up going down. But at the same time, it's an Anti-Mage. You always know he's farming up. He's an Anti-Mage. NoTail with an Invis rune. This could be good for them. But the Doppelganger actually started, and they'll chase him deep underneath the tower. So no more Doppelgangers for now. The TP support's coming in. It's going to be the Razor to arrive, but they've already got the kill on the PL. Support didn't arrive in time until the hook shot flies in. And that's MC doing his work. Spirit Breaker charge in 2 seconds. The damage is being stolen from him, and he cannot charge himself away. Done. Snowball in. Into a shards, and then a Light Strike Array. Actually, may not even need it. A Slave and a Laguna Blade will finish the job, and Kuro's on the right side of Fissure. They'll find Crit in the trees. Okay, Light Strike's gonna clean the tree line. And Kuro, yep, there she goes. One attack will do the job. Anti-Mage, big mana void, and that is almost enough damage to the shards. Miracle actually was on the right side of the shards, but Kuro can turn. The mana is not enough to go for the full combo, but the Cold Embrace is actually there. Sorry, the curse from Fly was holding him, but they don't find the damage. The support arrived in from a Tumberman. And Anti-Mage just bailed. He blinked himself away and didn't want to be part of it.
Yeah, first he doesn't want to take risks, and secondly recognizing, look, I came in to try help, but I don't want to waste too much time. It didn't work, I'm gonna go farm.
He just had to use his charge. There's almost enough mana for Laguna Blade. If they can get Moon to like use one ability, then the charges will be there for Kuro. He's backing into the corner. He'll trigger the stick charge just to throw it to Slave. That'll ensure the kill over on the Spirit Breaker. He goes for the ulti. Still, Moon's going to drop here. And Kuro's really overstayed his welcome. Hookshot down from MC, splitting up both Miracle and Notel, and Fada has the regeneration room. Gonna takes all that damage and then gets everything back that he lost. And he's looking for more. Notel doesn't have mana. Picking up this bounty room means he'll be able to pick up a little bit of it. The Fissure keeping built. But at the same time, I'm watching Animage, who got a quick Battle Fury, and okay, here's the gank. That's where they go to next. They just kill off the Tumberman. That SMY is going to be completed. The hook shot's in perfectly over on Moon, and he can't get himself out this one. He wants a Nether Strike, but the Battery Assault was really stopping him. That's why he just goes for the point-blank charge. Snowball in, actually keeping Fada alive for now, and they push over towards the Earthshaker. He saw 98 points of damage, not enough, and the Shard's really dropping him low. With 8 1 charges and 2 more bottle charges, he'll come, making sure that they look at him and not at Moon. But the Snowball's still going to come, and at the same time as Notal, he has the TP cancelled. He could get really caught out here. The Lances will fly in. There's still a Diffusal Blade, but Kuro has Laguna Blade. The Cold Embrace keeping Storm alive, but not for much longer. He'll end up dropping, and they catch out Moon inside the river. This is the perfect situation for 5JuNGz. You might have Miracle pushing bottom lane, but you got the Storm, you got the Spirit Breaker. The supports didn't really do much. Okay, maybe not the greatest for Mind Control and TP run on top of the Animage, but he's about to himself, which the Storm Spirit can't really clear. The Animage has to do that, but coming in close like this, they really need that Spirit Breaker to work. In this case, it works.
The Wyvern AoE, and that's the ulti, which he's actually just used right now on the Clockwork, but
committed the curse, but no one else was around him. The Spirit Breaker's going to charge down. If he bashes him, unless you knock him down. That's why Moon's repositioning with the Snowball will help protect them. Fada's coming in with that ulti turned on. Planter Field's off cooldown in a moment. Laguna Blade to bring down that Spirit Breaker, but the Planter Field's probably going to get 2 kills. That's why Crit had to go in for that Echo Slam. Moon's still very low, and Crit actually surviving through this. They bounce them back. The hook should up will at least be able to find one, but it's a complete almost wipe in favor of Monkey. That was not the fight to take. And Kuro, well, he's going to be the first man to break it. As Notal jumps down, they actually go directly in for the curse. They want Kuro down. They got him. Very quick pick. And everyone's away to safety because everyone is there.
Mage and the Storm Spirits. Oh, Anti-Mage used up.
Yeah, he can't get the stun though. Actually, he can. Miracle's going to get revealed. They have Laguna Blade. He's going to blink himself away on the Spirit Breaker. He's charging after Kuro. So deep, Kuro. They need to stop that Nether Strike. Unable to do so. So Kuro will die. Spirit Breaker will give up his life, however, to ensure this kill.
Next 10 minutes or so, because that's where what's happening matters, really.
Yep. And SB. Well, he's actually going to go. Goes on MC. The Lance will fly in, but the Yule Step is going to stop that one. Kuro not working perfectly with his teammates, but they burn out the mana of the Spirit Breaker. Fada's also there with the ulti turned on. A Miracle jumping in deep in the base. He still has the Aegis Simon. That's why he's happy with this. And Fada couldn't drain out enough damage from it all either. So Miracle just blinks himself away. Now PL might just think right now, like, okay, well, they're going to back. Imagine what's going to happen once he picks up the Basher into Abyssal Blade. Kuro's being charged. They blink forward. He's still got himself the Yule Step. They're going to use it. And, well, now there's a little bit of trouble for Miracle. He's going to lose a little bit of mana, but his illusions still find that kill over on Kuro. Blinks himself up. Crit's also got that Blink Dagger as well as Echo Slam, so if they want to, they can try and commit. More Lances are coming in, however, burning off that mana, but it's not enough. Fada's going to get caught out, and he's dropped. In fact, he's down for the count. The Curse catching out Clockwork. That's a big fight. That's the opening right there. And that, it won't be a game, but it could be one set of frags. There's no PL for 70 seconds. The Raze is back up in 60 seconds time.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
This is going to be a very, very rough defense right now for 5JuNGz. As that tier 3 tower stays numbered. The Razor isn't going to buy back. They're probably just going to sacrifice top ranks at this point. As the melee rank is going to follow now.
Radiant's top barracks are under attack. Radiant's top
They'll have to move to the bottom lane if they want to try and find anything else.
Radiant's top barracks.
If they can't take the mid, the tier 2 tower is still up, so they've got to head down to the bot lane. Welcome back, Scan.
You know what? That was actually a good time for me for the call to drop, because there wasn't a whole lot of analysis to be done. I imagine you had a lot to say, and looks like the game is pretty much wrapping up.
It looks like it's over. Like if it wasn't for the tier 2 tower, I'd be calling GG right now. Like you've just taken the full side rack time. They now see it the second time. And Moon's going to get revealed because of range creep. It kept the vision. Oh, don't you just love Reborn aggro? He's going to try and TP out, but the Walrus Punch will cancel that. They pick up the Spirit Breaker.
forward.
There's Storm.
No tail jump.
Long down. He uses the BKB. Goes after Koro. And they charge through. Farder already starting to steal a little bit of the damage. Only stole 84 points, however. That won't be enough to bring down the Spirit Breaker, especially when he starts Nether striking in. But they isolate him inside the cogs. Crit does get the Echo Slam off. There's your damage. The buyback comes from the PL. But he's lost too many of his teammates. He'll need so many copies. And hitting the extra 17%. That's it. That's GG. We'll be going to a third final deciding matchup. And we'll see who's able to take it out. Will it be the Monkey Boys? Or will it be 5JuNGz?
I really like that Monkey Business stuck to their system. They got two very hardcore scaling heroes. They got their Spirit Breaker and their two supports. It was slightly different, and I think it worked out a lot better because of that, because the Storm could be a space creator very clearly for the anti-mage to fog.